Alrighty, well, and welcome to this very impromptu Star Trek Online stream. Uh, I feel like messing around here, so, yeah. Gonna get a few things going here while everything connects. I should also do one other thing real quickly here. Let's see here. These go on some more. Do marks for this. Oh, that was 6. Nice. I didn't realize I was already at 6 here. Even better. Yay, I get to see that my stuff's working. Chaos indeed. Chaos indeed. Oh shit, I just remembered something I left in my car. So, actually I got a really nice thing in the mail today. It was great. Oh, yeah. No, I actually got a 3D print of this ship in the mail today. It's not amazing, but it's definitely not terrible. It's not, they changed their services a lot since they first introduced it, and it seems like it's gotten worse. But at least glad to have this in here. Oh god. Why are we going? There are no space pirates! Wait a minute. That's basically the Kazon. Let's see. What's everyone doing here? Capture. Oh, I have to do the boring one? No, I'm gonna skip the boring ones. Oh, it's a generator. Okay, I can do a generator. That's not boring. Good lord. Don't steal my stuff. I've worked 9 years for all this shit. Captain of the Pirates? Well, that had to be Void since he's the one that brought you guys over here. So there's a problem. We don't have a fridge. That's right. I'm doing things wrong here. Didn't mean to get too close to you. No, we don't have a box full of ice either. Oh no, not my shoes. Please, not my shoes. Damn it. Stop attacking me, you fuckers, so I can do what I need to do. Because these Porin doesn't need shoes, or needs shoes. See, yeah, the end of the Iconian arc is roughly when I stopped playing it regularly. But I've still I've already gone through the most recent stories. It's okay, but I can easily rant about how much I don't like Star Trek Discovery, and the fact that Star Trek Discovery is showing up in my Star Trek Online, and Star Trek Picard for that matter. I want to see some more lower decks in here, though, if done right. Have the whole thing down? No, it's not. Almost. Got the first one.
Warning. One generator down. 2 more remain. Target shield has failed.
You'll kind of see, if you stick around, you'll see how much of a tank I can be here. It's not great, depending on the circumstances. Oh, nice. See, I don't go for them. I mean, I've put, over the course of 9 years, I probably put a good 1,000 into the game, which isn't much if you think about it. Ah, I was too close to the ship. But I just, you know, there's a thing there. I was able to just tank, oh, god damn it. Stop hitting me. Oh yeah, do you like my new little message there? It doesn't name anybody anymore, it just says the collective. Which works a lot better, I think. I'm sad that there's no one here to help me. This is a persistent,
2 generators offline. 1 to go. The generators are offline, but enemy ships are crossing.
Oh, there is somebody over there.
Stop them.
Alright. Now I get to actually do some attacking. Oh god. The Borg under Void's command would be terrible.
The portal is closed. Excellent work.
It was slightly disappointing in terms of action. I am sorry. But we'll move on to the next one and see what happens. We are not doing the power stations if I don't have to. Well, we could do the plasma controller. That's fine. We only want shoes. Jesus Christ.
The station's metaphasic shields have dropped. Focus fire on the plasma control station.
Oh, and so to go back to what you said a moment ago, Doc. So I am slightly embarrassed to admit I didn't have it at that point, but I also didn't have my own computer or anything at that point. Ketsu though actually had it. He got it at that point. For a while, when him and I first met, this was actually kind of what we met over. We were working the same job, and he noticed I had a wallpaper from Voyager on my computer screen. So he asked about it. I don't exactly know why, but he decided to play dumb about it, and he asked me what it was, and so I told him, oh, it's just from something from Star Trek. And
focus fire on the plasma control station.
Then we got into more discussion, and I realized he actually knew, like, then he actually plays STO and all that fun stuff, and that's how everything started. My build is not the strongest build, but it definitely does some damage. Nothing just unlike my original build. My original build was just awful. Yeah. Push me away all you want, I'm still gonna hurt you. Love those torpedoes. That's fair, and to be honest, it hasn't gotten too much better since then. Definitely better than it used to be, don't get me wrong. But I mean, that's part of why, like, I can play this thing for an hour or two at a time, and that's about it. If I have somebody actually talking to me about it at the same time, then definitely. But, oops, did we go to the wrong one? Then I can definitely, play more if I'm talking to somebody and engaged in a different way, or playing with somebody. But on its own, there's not much else.
The station's metaphasic shields have dropped. Focus fire on the plasma control station.
Probably not at this point, considering I didn't expect anyone else, at least that came over, to say, "Oh yeah, I've played this before."
The station is drawing power from an auxiliary satellite. Shut it down and drop the metaphasic shields. The station's metaphasic shields have dropped. Focus fire on the plasma control station.
I'm going to assume he has played Fortnite, which is one game I refuse to play. I disagree. I don't think it had a crap ending. It was a little bit of a cop-out, but at least it was kind of nice to get that explanation for the supernova, unlike current Trek, where it just kind of happened and that was it. Oh, I got too close. I can't broadside it. I don't know if you're still there, Void, or not, but that's what I was saying, like, when I was talking about the other day about, I think it was Risk of Rain. There we go. Now I can, actually attack this thing. Well, hello there, Prince. Ironcrad was making fun of you. No, he wasn't. He was saying that we couldn't believe it had been 3 months since you affiliated. That's what he said. Congratulations on 3 months. Yeah, that's what I've heard. I know my stream probably doesn't play nice because I stream at a good 1080. At least I think it's supposed to be 1080. Am I actually at 1080? Let me check. According to Twitch, I'm at 1080. Nice. That one's controlled. Oh, do I have to? God damn it. We'll do a power one then. I hate these ones the most because they're the slowest and the most. Ugh, I hate these ones. It's literally just a fucking escort mission, and the escort item is just fucking stupid slow. Oh, cool, they got it as I was coming up to it. Yay. But at this point, Doc, if it's gotten went a lot farther because after the Iconian arc, then we had the temporal arc, which is actually kind of cool.
One generator down. 2 more remain.
Whoa. Spamming. I'll have to look and see what symbol it's complaining about. I do have some things set. I thought I turned off the emote one though. Hang on, once I get a chance, which should come up relatively soon, depending on how many people are here. That's fair. I got through the temporal arc.
2 generators offline. 1 to go.
Labs. Dashboard.
The generators are offline, but enemy ships are crossing through to protect the rift. Stop them!
Alright.
The portal is closed. Excellent work.
Wait, who's the one saying psych? Oh, is it about the Minecraft thing? Yes, I haven't even been on the Minecraft server in a while. God, no. Why would I do such a thing? I don't even know if I have the power to do such a thing. Minecraft has the power to do that, I'm sure. You probably just touch a brick or a block and the whole thing would explode. Look at that. Void is moving over to Don't Starve now. You know, him and Iron could have been started a world. No! Oh, that's why I have no speed. Alright, oh. Nice. Sorry, I'm not talking. I'm trying to look at my CloudBot settings to see which one it's complaining about for what Prince did.
Device shut down 1/3 complete. Energy and watch for additional plasma storms.
And I remember when the plasma storms used to mean something, and then they just stopped meaning things. Oh lord, I am terrified about what's happening in Discord now. Oh god. Minecraft, I hate you with a passion right now. Fucking Nebula.
Device shut down 2/3 complete.
Ooh, they're actually doing some damage to me. This is how much of a tank I am. I don't really have to pay attention to how much damage I'm taking because I can usually just be fine. It's only a issue on select times. This can sometimes be one of them. Getting back to the storylines here. The temporal arc was kind of cool. It was nice to see the Krenum from Voyager come back and have a nice big role, and to kind of address the plot hole that the one episode left. I'm not too sure how much you know about the actual Star Trek story compared to Star Trek Online, but That Voyager episode is one of my favorites. Even if I don't rewatch it all the time, it's still one of my favorites to rewatch when I'm in the mood for it. Ow, blinding light. Fuck you, Star Trek Discovery. It's almost fucking done. As I said, I hate this one because all you do is just follow this fucker around until it decides, oh, I'm done now. There.
Complete the shutdown process. Device shutdown complete.
Good.
Excellent work.
Yeah, I got a tier 4 reward. Nice.
Their universe bases are transitioning to our universe. Head to their locations to stop them.
Alright. Where's the nearest one? The Klingon one's over this way. Let's get out of here.
The Mayor universe bases are activating. We have 10 minutes to drive back as many as possible.
Okay. It's annoying we have to do it again. We have to do them all again over here, but at least the power one isn't as bad. At least it doesn't feel as bad over here. Whoa.
Destroy the plasma control station and deactivate its auxiliary satellite.
Let me trigger it. There we go.
The station's metaphasic shields have dropped. Focus fire on the plasma control station.
All right.
The station is drawing power from an auxiliary satellite. Shut it down to drop the metaphasic shields.
All right, one of you's doing it, right? Yep, there you go. What happened? Why aren't people disabling the damn satellite like they're supposed to? Epith Gerg. Rabble, rabble, rabble.
The station's metaphasic shields have dropped.
There it goes.
Focus
Jesus.
fire on the plasma control station. Disable the power station that's orbiting the base.
What's funny is the few times that Ketsu plays, I will read that long message in just a second. I say when Ketsu plays, it's kind of funny because if him and I are on the same team and not running the same targets, it's funny because he is built for burst damage. It's one of the things of like if I can get there first and start taking out some of the shields and shit, but when he shows up, things just drop, and it's hilarious to watch. Now, oh shit, he might actually be joining us. I'd be kind of happy if he did. Now, I see your big message, so I will try to read that here in little bits and pieces. Didn't care for TOS. I assume you say Generations, you mean Star Trek: The Next Generation. Generations is a movie. I would make the same stickler point with Ketsu. Watched all of Voyager and half of Enterprise, and while like Deep Space Nine was into it as a kid, haven't bothered to get back and watch it. For Discovery, don't like anything about Discovery. I won't watch Picard at all. The three Kelvin movies are more turn your brain off kind of movies. I watched all of season 1 of Star Trek Picard. I slogged through Discovery season 1. I kept up with season 2, with season 2's story, and with season 3, I just haven't cared. I know they made the Enterprise J, which somebody at CBS was like, "Oh yeah, no, it's the same ship just upgraded," and we're like, "Hold on, are you talking about the same fucking ship class, or it's fucking Voyager that Janeway was on 2 or 800 plus fucking years ago?"
Disable the power station that's orbiting the base.
Cool, that's done. Alright, now we can actually hit the base itself and kill it. I think it's funny how, like, vulnerable and weak these bases technically are at this point. Granted, the player base is still stupid overpowered at this point as well, but... I kind of address your point by point there. I'm kind of on the same boat with you on the original series. Like, I respect it for what it did, and the fact that it was a series in the fucking 60s. But it's really hard for me to watch the original series again. Next Gen I like. I do like Next Gen. Voyager is also my favorite. It's the one I grew up with the most. Like my mom and my stepdad had those the episodes recorded on VHS, so I could watch them kind of whenever I wanted. And I remember, like, if someone were to ask me what's so special about Star Trek to you, I hate to admit it, I can't specifically answer that question, because for me, Star Trek is something that's always been around. My stepdad's brother, my uncle, not really my stepdad anymore because divorce and stuff, but still I refer to him that way because it's easier. But his brother used to have the encyclopedia, and I would just read that thing and just look at everything because it was just fun. It's ironically I don't have any of the encyclopedias anymore, which I wanted to get, but I didn't realize it got re-released in 2016 and it's out of print now. And the one I tried to buy on eBay, I did not get, which is very sad. I wasn't gonna pay $300 for it when it was used,
Disable the power station
and brand new it was $150.
shut down the portal generators and force them to emergency power.
Okay. People haven't done anything over here. Jesus Christ. But yeah, so Voyager's always been around. It's the one I do to identify the most with. But I like Next Gen. I'm in a similar boat. I never got into DS9. I've been trying to rewatch it here and there, but I run into the problem that I only really like to watch things when I'm going to bed, and I want to actually experience DS9. Voyager, like even just recently, I've kind of worn out my other shows, so I've been watching Voyager when I go to sleep. Just the other day, I was rewatching the 30 Days episode, which is a really cool episode. And then kind of Enterprise, I'm in the same boat. I just never got into it. I actually didn't really know it existed until much, much later. So that's why I never got into it. Yeah, I can totally admit that. Voyager is my favorite series, but I am perfectly content, perfectly able to acknowledge that it had some really good ideas, but it didn't deliver on any of them. As many people have said, Year of Hell would have been a really great arc for even the series as a whole. Arguably, Year of Hell, to a degree, should have been the whole series. Sure, but like you go maybe year 4 and they find a fucking starbase where they can repatch everything to really, really close to the original. Maybe add an upgrade or two. But the problem with Voyager is just the time it was made. It was made in the time of um, it was made to be serialized, and so there was always the fear of we can't serialize it if it's, you know, too out of order and shit. Let me check something real quick.
All 3 bases have been forced back. Excellent work.
All right, now we get to
Sensors reading
assemble.
a large force of Terran ships inbound. They must be making a final push.
And we'll just make our way over here slowly because we have a
All
whole
ships assemble to present
bit
a
of
united
time.
front against the Terran forces.
One of the other sad parts about Voyager 2, like one of the other arcs that was so wasted potential was that of Harry Kim. Not just because he's always an ensign, I mean that's annoying in of itself. With how much shit he went through, he should at least be a lieutenant. Um, even though it was only 7 years, he should at least be a lieutenant at this point. Um, all right, we might have something cool about to happen.
This is Admiral Lita of the ISS Enterprise. I am taking charge of this operation.
Her story arc is kind of cool, but the problem I run into is I don't know enough about DS9's thing to know why Lita is so important.
Wait till you see the power of my flagship.
And I just laugh at just how quickly
decades ahead of your technology.
we just destroy the Enterprise in all of these.
You can defeat me. I am the chosen of the Vaadwaur race.
Yeah, I've still seen a few DS9 episodes here and there. Like, I fucking love Far Beyond the Stars. Well, I only have one complaint about that episode. My only complaint is at the very, very end. I just think that Avery Brooks takes it a little too far, but everything else is great about that episode. There's another one, I forget what it's called, but it's... If you rewatch it now, it's definitely disturbing because you can definitely see way too many parallels between today and that episode. Just a second. Sorry, here. Ketsu is looking to join here. Yeah, in my case, I don't know why I never really got a DS9, just because it just wasn't really as accessible to me as a kid. And then just recently, like I said, it's just harder for me to get into it because I want to watch it all the way through. It's my same issue with Enterprise nowadays. But because I've seen Voyager so many times, that's why I don't mind watching it and falling asleep to it. Oh, as a note too, if you ever want to, Doc, you are always welcome to ask me or even Ketsu any question. Or if you want to have any kind of random ass Star Trek discussion, we do that on a regular basis. They did edit those missions. In some ways, it's for the better. Part of it was to try and streamline a few things because some of those older missions were, what are you dumb about? Why are you dumb? Were you trying to figure out where sounds were coming from? I know, I said any random Star Trek question. I can't answer why you're so dumb. Even then, you're not, you're just lazy. That's your biggest problem, Wade, is you're not dumb, you just don't apply yourself. Unless it's something you really care about. Oh, you're welcome to feel attacked. I mean, I'm technically praising you and just critiquing one thing that you should fix. I know we joke all the time about us being dumb as a group, and as maybe as a group we are. I don't know. Whew. But anyway, going back to the original arc, the problem with those missions is that they were older missions, and so they've changed a lot of things in them now. If I recall correctly, and it has been a while, the storylines are still the same. It's just some of the gameplay was streamlined. Some of the maps were fixed up a little bit, stuff like that. Something I'm thinking of doing at some point in the very near future is starting a new character. I've been playing with this character for a few years now, and he's definitely my most upgraded, my best character at this point. I have 4 other characters. 3 other characters, total of 4. I still have my very first one, which is god-awful. It's before I knew what the different classes were for, and so I started as a science officer and tried going into combat. Is it pacing off now? Is it worse, in your opinion? Again, it's been a while since I've had to revisit them too. It's part of why I kind of want to do a new character, is to go back through some of the old missions. And also, I think I want to be another tactical officer again. So, that's fair, but the war was always kind of fast in STO because they wanted to get to the other stuff, which I understand and would agree. Right, yeah, it had to, but no, I agree, it was way too fast.
The Terran forces have been pushed back.
Apparently, Ketsu's having some issues where it wasn't letting him go to warp for whatever one reason or another.
The Mirror Universe invaders will take a little time to regroup before they come back.
And then he was joking that Scotty fucked the warp core again. One thing I don't like about these cutscenes is the way that it makes the ships move sometimes. It doesn't make fucking sense. But, alright. We're gonna go join up with Ketsu here. That's me. Where is he at? He... Beta Quadrant number 8. saw a message come in. 1 second. I can agree with that. That one does come a bit way too fast. Oh wait, actually, squad leader. All right, so you can see Ty here with his little Andorian ship. This motherfucker, he technically is not quite as powerful, but the way that he's set up, that thing is ridiculous. He's so fast, the enemy can't usually hit him, especially in a PvP scenario. It's been a while since we were able to do it because things have changed. And ooh, what the hell? Oh, that's not interesting. Yep, there he is. Yep, he hit my ship's hitbox. Yeah. I understand what you mean. I think so. No. Oh, whoops, that's not the one I wanted. Let's go ahead and follow him. Kind of nice there's an auto follow, which is great. Yes, the Andorian Thor. I don't know what that is. Pilot escort. Oh, he make me? Later. Alright. When he's in battle, that's how his ship is too. As you can kind of tell just from following here, look how you can see how maneuverable he is compared to how sluggish my essentially capital ship is. Although even for like because consoles and buffs, I have my turn and some of my other speeds buffed. And I'm still a fucking, lumbering, slow piece of shit in terms of maneuverability. Let's go ahead and queue up for a couple of things. Let's do Gateway to Grethor since that's a endeavor. There we go. I believe it is a variant of the Andorian Corvette. All right, we're waiting here for the queue to recognize that everyone's joined. We'll get started. Catch up a little bit. We're gonna warp into each other. It's great. Well, we all just died. The hold-up maneuver, it actually works! Wait, wrong universe!
The invasion of Kronos has begun, but we will not fall. Their ground troops use gateways to land and set up inhibitors to block our troops from transporting to the combat zones. Transports with soldiers are inbound, but before they can launch shuttles, we need to clear the Herald ships from Kronos orbit. Once we have established a safe zone, we can send our own forces to the surface. We cannot delay. The home world must be defended.
Alright. This is actually, if you don't recall, this is a carryover from the Iconian missions. To answer your question though, no. Well, depends. How much did you play at when you were actively playing? Nowadays, potentially that's bad. To see him there for burst damage. You do have to bear with him though. His attacks and everything aren't quite where they used to be. He hasn't touched this in months, if I'm not mistaken.
Herald reinforcements are inbound.
Sorry, I know that thing might be getting a little annoying. Normally, it only goes off once in a stream because I don't have people usually talking to me pretty regularly. So, that's definitely something I'll change when I more regularly have regular viewers.
The star base is secure.
All right. Woo! What's going on over there? There we go. And what's left? Fair enough. I'm guilty. It took me way longer, but that's because when I first started, I was playing just by myself with no one else really, and it was my first MMO, back with the older UI and a lot of older things that have since disappeared. The old skill tree that wasn't really a tree. God, even I to this day I couldn't tell you how to use that fucking thing. Now I can, but even then, the one now is still. They've changed things, and while they're technically better than they used to be, there's still a lot of things that don't make sense, and that it's actually surprisingly really hard for a newbie to get into this game.
The troop transports have entered orbit and will start landing shuttles. Our job is to protect those ships until their troops are en route to the surface. The ships will begin their runs from the starbase and the shipyard. Destroy the Heralds and defend Kronos.
Alright.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
Yeah. Those are gateways.
Those gateways are emitting intense levels of theta radiation. Close them.
All right. Close it, close it, close it. Close it faster. There we go.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
Yeah, no, I can agree. That old tree was not even a tree. I remember it almost looked like a fucking, almost looked like a warp core diagnostic or some shit. I was like, I don't know what I'm putting points into, but this says it ups my speed.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
Come on. Trying, damn it. Aww, they exploded just as I closed the fucking gateway. Oh, that one. Oh, usually Tychon's Rift, but I didn't. The problem, like, I didn't know what I was doing until I finally got around to this character, and even then, arguably, this character is nowhere near as good as he could be with what I know now. I should probably call in fleet support here just so I have somebody else around me. I don't remember that. So that was either before me or I just never noticed. Never noticing is very possible. Like,
transports are beginning their run to the planet.
Being my first MMO, I didn't really understand how the mechanics worked. Come on. Interesting synergies, huh?
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
Yeah, I am too. At least I can understand it nowadays, more so than before. I still don't quite know how to use like some of the specialization stuff. Even then, the ship I have now doesn't support any of them.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
But in the unlikely event that you ever want to get back into this, now you know somebody you can ask. Damn it, these are all gonna fucking die before I get to close it. Nice, nice, nice. I was wrong and I'm happy.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
I missed Starbase 33, I'm not gonna lie. I fucking missed that so much. I wish it was still around.
Shipyard troop transports are beginning their run to the planet.
Why are you stuck?
A Herald Dreadnought has entered the system. The remaining Herald ships are rallying around the Dreadnought. Take out those ships and defeat the Heralds.
Yeah, I can solo overall. Definitely not as much as I'd like to be able to. But I can, so that's always a positive, a net positive.
Herald ships are attacking
Oh
the
shit.
starbase.
Forgot to put that on. That's the wrong one. Ah, give me all your power. I'm surprised this Dreadnought's still here. Where'd it go? There it is. Oh. Man, it's down. Nice. Oh, this is the Iconian one, even though I don't need it anymore.
Our troops have landed. We will fight for Kronos, thanks to your assistance, Kapla.
As of right now, under the rug. Because soon after that is when Discovery came out, and so they had to start integrating Discovery storylines in. Let's see. Ugh, all the other fucking endeavors are all ground endeavors. Roll. I have 13 reroll tokens. I should do one of them. Okay, I guess we can. If only I had fucking re-rolled it and gotten this the first fucking time, I wouldn't have been able to kill two birds with one stone. Destroy Voss ships in the Dyson Sphere. I can do that. Check in with Ketsu real quick. Try and do this one if it lets us. This only. Well, I'll queue for that. I might do that afterwards because he's only gonna be on just a little bit. Let's see which one of these ends up queuing us ahead of, or queuing it first. I hit a button. Where did I hit? I tried firing something. One of the very few times I kind of wish I had the fireworks. They're pointless, but they would work here. Been a while since I've done this one. Oh, I love how awesome a job my ship is doing at following. Whoa, he just warped pretty quickly.
The situation is grim. All attempts to hail the starbase have failed. We must assume the enemy has taken control. This is not acceptable. We must destroy the Borg fleet defending the starbase. Only then can we proceed with relief operations, if any survivors remain. There's more. Scans indicate the Borg transwarp conduit is operational. If we don't destroy the conduit quickly, Borg reinforcements will overwhelm our forces here. Begin by destroying the nanite generators, then destroy the nanite transformers they maintain. Once those units are destroyed, the conduit will be vulnerable to attack. Destroy it! Scanning the nanite transformer. Done. Additional data is available.
Alright, to answer your question there. So Shattered Arc, or Shattered House, it's still ongoing, so I can't tell you the resolution yet. It's Shattered, or House Shattered. The current one is, I think, House Divided. No, sorry, I went Divided then Shattered. So yeah, Shattered is the current one. The super short version is that the sister of the main antagonist in Discovery time travels for reasons I forget. I'd have to replay the arc again because it's been ongoing for years at this point. And it's Star Trek Discovery, and I just don't care for Discovery. But she's trying to basically reinstate the houses again, and the current head of the Klingon Empire is in the process of trying to kill people and hide evidence of some kind of dishonor. And I know I'm giving a really bad recap. It's been a while since I paid attention to the actual thing. Damn, I really missed that objective.
The probe is repairing a transformer. Destroy it, quickly!
Okay, again, the super short version is simply Klingon from the past, trying to make war on current head of the High Council.
Destroy it!
Because he technically needs to go. We also get Gowron from DS9 back for it, which is kind of cool. Oh, so I should turn this thing on. The storyline by STO standards is fine.
A probe is closing in on a transporter. Destroy it.
It's an interesting way to bring Discovery into Star Trek Online. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Its biggest issues to me stem from the fact that I hate Discovery.
Probe is closing in on a transporter. Destroy it.
Come on, why won't you die? Oh, I'm the only one attacking it, that's why. Whoa, holy shit. Oh, god damn it, why did it clear all shit? Sorry, I have the links one on for try and avoid, whatchamacallit? Promotions and everything. Should have been a 1 sec timeout though, so you should be back. You typed out it. Oh. Streamlabs, you little bitch.
Resistance is futile.
Sorry. Or just do what everyone does and either put like the brackets around dot, or just put a space between it. That should work too.
Sensors confirm that the transwarp conduit has been destroyed.
Yes.
However, our scans of the starbase are still being disrupted. We will need to send an away team there to look for survivors.
Yes, they do. And actually, it almost feels like they've just integrated into STO as a whole because I've changed computers and have not had to reinstall it, unless Steam is just reinstalling it itself. Fair enough, it must be Steam doing it. Alright, what mission are we gonna do? I'll queue up for disconnect. I'm pretty sure Ketsu's about to be impressed. I just told him I'm
I am 7 of 9. In this instance, I
Right.
speak for the cooperative. Many Borg were disconnected from the collective when the Borg Queen was defeated in the Hive.
She survived and downloaded herself into this Unimatrix. Now she is compelling any vessels with disconnected Borg to return for reassimilation. You must upload a virus to the disconnected Borg ships before they reach these towers. If the ships reach these emitter points, the Borg Queen will begin to reassimilate them. The Cooperative will not be able to assist in this endeavor. The longer they stay, the greater the risk of reassimilation.
Alright, where he went? Right. So, technically speaking, she should never die. Well, technically she should never exist, but because she does exist, technically she can never die. Because even Seven at one point mentions that her memories are still stored by the Borg, even though she hasn't been. Yeah, the Borg are a joke, and you know whose fault that is. It's Voyager's fault. They're wrong again. Favorite series. Love what they do with the Borg. Well, the Borg stories are cool until the Borg just become the joke of the week. It is still cool to rewatch like Q Who when they first get introduced and everything. That fucking Q is an amazing character. As you can see there, Ketsu is just completely obliterating ships as they appear, essentially. Well, still. Yeah, I get to shoot right through the cube. It's great.
I'm picking up a massive disturbance in fluidic space. Species 8472 is approaching.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Yeah, I can see that. I did join back when the Borg were still a threat, but they aren't anymore. And Voyager absolutely did them a disservice by basically making the Queen political and obsessive over Janeway and everything. Like, it doesn't make any sense from the point of view of the Borg, how they're supposed to be. It doesn't make sense. As a drama element, it makes sense. They could have if they'd used someone that wasn't the Borg for that, it might have been a cool idea. So, oh, there we go. I'm about to say, I almost thought we'd killed everything so quickly that it just couldn't respawn fast enough.
The Undine will destroy the disconnected Borg ships. Stop them.
Yeah. Holy shit, I got way too close to things, and that was very bad.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Yeah.
Right shield failing. Target's shield has failed. Four shields failing.
Well, the Queen ever since. I mean, technically speaking, the Queen was introduced in First Contact, and that's kind of where she started doing that. She has this whole thing with Data.
Target's shield has failed. Four shields failing. Right shield failing. Left shield failing. Hull integrity below 75%.
Don't take this. Don't take the cube.
Hull integrity below 50%.
Good.
Hull integrity below 75%.
Well, they're only in one movie. They're only in First Contact. And when they appeared in First Contact, minus the Queen, they were really cool. I mean, even then, I mean, admittedly, as somebody who, come on, stop taking damage. A plasma fight. There we go. Now we can actually return. You big enemy cube. Yeah, it was the fact, and to be fair to Voyager, if they were gonna bring in the Borg, which they kind of had to, they had to bring the Queen at that point too, because First Contact came out way before Voyager encountered the Borg.
I'm detecting something on an interceptor course. Right outside.
But yeah, her being recurring and essentially vindictive is what really just ruined the Borg.
Hull integrity below 75%.
I know, Borg Cube go boom. And Borg Cube can't take me out, surprisingly. When I have full shield and full health, it can't take me out with its explosion, but it gets really close if I'm not careful. I dropped down to 30 a moment or two ago because I wasn't being careful.
Four shields
Yeah, we were just talking about how the Queen was a detrimental element of the Borg. If you're still there.
The Voth have a ship designed to fight Borg. Destroy it before it attacks the planet.
Four shields failing.
Come on.
Right shields
Damn
failing.
it. Oh yeah, I always forget how massive that ship is.
Warning. Ship is under
It's actually unfortunate we never see the Voth again in Voyager. I understand why we don't, but it's still unfortunate. Even though their appearance and their story is questionable. It was still kind of cool just to have this massive fucking ship.
shield
Out of here. Oh god, did I just walk or jump?
Rear shield
Okay,
failing.
good. I was far enough away.
Target shields have failed. 4 shields failing. Right shield failing. Left shield failing.
Oh, a bit too close to comfort there.
Integrity below 75. Target shields have failed.
Oh, come on. Move. Let me kill you already. Oh, what the hell got me?
Rear shield failing.
Oh. We gotta save. Actually, that was terrible. Ignore everything I just tried to do.
Target shield has failed.
Uh,
4 shields failing. Rear shield failing. Right shield failing.
that can't hurt the torpedo. Stop attacking the torpedo. Oh no.
Hull integrity below 50%.
For example, of me not being careful. Again, I'm having too many of those right now.
The collective will not fall here. I will not allow it. You will be eliminated. You shall perish.
3 dread.
Alright.
They're attacking one another. This is your chance.
I always go for the queen, even though I cannot take her out to save my fucking life. Technically, literally.
Warning. Ship will not return. Target shields have failed. Four shields failing. Rear shields failing.
I always laugh if that's what they say, considering the fact that they are saying that as they're exploding. So clearly they were the weak. Resistance is very tedious. But not futile. We're wondering, yes, I forgot for the wording for a second, and I am embarrassed and ashamed.
Hull integrity below 75%.
Oh my god.
Hull
Why am I about to die? Whoa, how does she still have health left? I thought I had her at 0. There we go.
Thank you for your assistance. You will assist the disconnected Borg you rescued. If they wish to join the cooperative, they will be welcome to do so. But they will not be compelled to do so. They are free to choose the life they want. Someday the cooperative will be able to provide aid to Starfleet, but at this time their numbers are too few. One day, however, they could be a formidable force.
They need to update her model. She looked okay at the time, but now that they've redone it again, or they've redone her model again for Picard, she looks a lot better in Picard. She's very fugly. It's, what was it? Botox, basically what she looks like she got. I think. Look at the 8472 ones. Alright, well, Ketsu has left us. And to a degree, it makes sense to have had to do that. On the ground, it definitely makes sense. Like, again, there's her current model, which looks much more accurate and much less fugly. But it makes more sense to have to do that, to a degree at least. But again, he's been around technically longer than I have at this point. As he told me way the hell up top, he thinks he still has the DVD, just like you. Or, well, technically CD, but still. Alright, let's go crash into Earth. Oh no, we're getting attacked by terrible textures. Woo! I still just miss Starbase 33 as a whole. You know, one small thing that makes me very sad is that that they put the moon in the background. I remember back in the day when you could travel past the moon. Didn't do anything, but it was there. Alrighty. Oh, let me try and get back into the Iconian thing there to go and get that. Then we gotta head over to the Dyson Sphere. Oh, let's go and warp. Yeah, I still won't play that one unless I have to for some reason. Just because I have way too many bad memories from those days. Basically, just appearing and just getting destroyed and oh god, no. I'm gonna reset the hourlies here. Technically by tomorrow this should be done. Doesn't it still move? I thought Crystalline still moved. Oh. I barely play, so I know my knowledge is not as good as it should be. I don't have any war game. I need to do some war game ones. Yeah, I remember those days. I do remember that. Or at least back, I remember back when it used to. Part of why I stopped trying to do them because it was always every time I was in a mission, it would always get to that point where it would just move to spawn. I got to tier 5 in ramen. Ramming speed. Here's my little. This is what my skill tree looks like. Yes, he does. He had one point. I forget which one he said it was, but he had a torpedo build. First, I assume he does because he had a torpedo build. Retrain tokens doing. I don't want to click it. I want to find out how many I have, but I want to click it and I don't want to actually do it yet. Oh, that's what I have command to my primary. How many points? Oh, I have a lot of points. Do I have anything I need to buy here still? Technically no, but not. One way to do it. The shards were terrible too. Like it just basically everything was terrible. Hey, I got the full command officer specialty going. Yay! Reduce cooldown by 10 or cooldown reduced by 10 minutes. That should make it a 5-minute 5-minute reset. That's actually kind of nice. Because at the time it was arguably and even now it's arguably one of, if not, it's arguably one of the best Star Trek games, as flawed and stale as it is. Alright. Need all my weapons here. Did, but I will get back. Whoa! What the hell happened to my tactical console? Hold on, we have a problem here. We have multiple problems here. First, where the hell did my console go? Don't need that one. Which console broke? I honestly forgot which one I here. I think I'm going to use this one at 15 for a reason. There we go. I remember having crew. I was there when that was a thing, and I never understood how it worked. At least like mechanically, I understood the concept of it, which was kind of a cool concept, and that made sense. But I never really knew. Alright, I have decent resistances. I'm guilty. I do not remember it to that degree. Excuse me here while we do all the boring stuff. Nonsense. They were just all being replaced by holographic emergency holograms. It took for whatever reason it took the fucking I didn't know that was a thing. I wonder if that was before my time. Where they still are. You know, I think I'm gonna actually replace the console that I just put back with this guy. To the upgrading. Oh, reminds me. Anyway, to the upgrading. Do I want to? Yeah, I'll do it. I mean, I'd argue that the purpose is worse now. It's just because it's still fucking useless. Back to discarding things. Oh my god. Oh my god. You're that old in the game, I see. Ketsu, weren't you too new for that? You weren't, then why don't you have it again? I thought the reason. Oh, so you never got it because you didn't think it was necessary, essentially. Holy shit. Can I say no to all these and just get the experience pool? That'd be great. Woo! I have extra experience to get now. They still barely do. They at least have much more story now, but it's actually worth being a Klingon again, especially right now, because they're going through and they've been heavily updating a lot of things again. At a game stoop? That's a game stoop. That's always been a balancing issue that Trek has always had, because technically speaking, at least with next gen, a next gen on, the Klingons were always behind the Federation. At least as I understood. Again, I think original series they were pretty much even, but after that the Klingon Empire kind of fell behind. PvP is so dead that it's basically non-existent, which is unfortunate to a degree. I mean, I was never never big on PvP myself, but having the option to do it now and then would be nice. Alrighty, almost done clearing shit out that I don't need anymore. That's everything for now. Boom. There we go. Yeah, well, the problem with the Klingons at this point is the same with the problem with the Federation, that because they all have the same story now, for better or for worse. Alright, let's see. I need to go to DS9. Oh, you're gonna give me that now? Took you long enough. Bully They Road is such an annoying episode. The concept is great, but just there was nothing really appealing about that spacewalk. It was, again, cool concept, but the implementation was pleasant. Yeah, which made sense for the story, since it was essentially the Dominion War Part 2. It looks pretty. Is that the Phase 2? That's the Phase 2 Enterprise, I think. Oh no! Damn it. That was a pretty Enterprise. So just beam it to DS9. I remember, I forget if it was the Cardassian arc or when exactly it was. No, it was Victory is Life, is when they completely redesigned DS9 on the inside to make it match the show a lot more, which is cool. What I found out later on, just because it was something like we said earlier, I didn't really watch DS9, is you basically only see about a third at most of the promenade, so there had to be a lot of interpretation. But I'd argue that it looks probably like it would on the show. Oh, I went the wrong way for Cork's Bar, didn't I? Hey, why can't I play? Oh, whoops. Oh, we're not playing darts. Oh. I didn't even see where that went. That was disappointing.
Spin the wheel and win.
Alright. Oh, I missed it. Aw. Oh, I'll do that now. I remember being super excited for that update too because it was my first. Well, it was the first expansion to the game, like the first true expansion. They'd done some updates and everything before that, but uh, Legacy of Romulus was a massive thing when it came out. So I was always very excited to be part of that. But kind of, it wasn't simple, but I hadn't really hit the end game
The
yet,
invasion of Kronos has begun,
so
but we
I didn't get to
will
do too
not
much.
fall.
That and my my laptop at the time was not a great laptop. Even by then, by the standards of the day, being 2012, it wasn't a great one. Yeah, they definitely did some more to it, and it's slowly expanded over time. Although I've noticed more recently, we haven't really touched Romulans again. When they start adding more Picard missions, we might get them, but I think I think it's kind of funny in a cynical way that the only real difference between being a Romulan character and being any other is that you get 10 bonus missions in the beginning, and that's it. Here we go.
Ship is under attack. Target shields have failed.
I'm very sad that I still don't have any of the separation mods or consoles. Am I soloing over here? I am soloing over here. Alright, how do we get some of the bigger guns then? I don't think I've seen you use that in a long. I don't remember what it looks like anymore. That's how long it's been since you've used that Akira.
Target shields have failed.
Herald reinforcements are inbound.
Yeah, for me. My main two are this one here, the tactical Tier 6 Odyssey, the Endeavor class specifically. Or I have a Tier 6 Sovereign class. I believe it's the Intel.
Rear shields failing.
I think it's the Intel one. I forget which one it is. No, it's not the Intel. I don't remember anymore. I'll have to actually go double check. But yeah, those are my main. Those are my main two.
Shipyard is secure.
Target shields have failed.
The starbase is secure. The troop transports have entered orbit. The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
Ship is under attack.
It said close radiation gateway, you bastard.
Those gateways are emitting intense levels of theta radiation. Close them.
Target shields have failed.
Yeah, it is still nice that you got that. I've only gone for the jackpots like once or twice in comparison. And I've never gotten anything out of them or any ships out of them, which is always disappointing.
Target shields have failed.
The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
Damn it. That's it. Focus your fire on me. Threat generation! At least it was only $50, so I think they're still pretty Pretty expensive. Oh. Thank you for joining. Maybe sometime soon. I know you don't play too often, but we'll see what happens.
The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
Target shields have failed.
Why isn't anyone touching anything? What? Death threats?
The troop transports
You've
from
got
the
to be
starbase
exaggerating.
are moving toward the planet.
Only a little bit. That's still disappointing.
The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
Target shields have failed.
I must protect.
The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
Jesus Christ, though. That's just... That's disappointing. True. That's very true. I haven't put too much... I have bought some keys. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't over the years. But I haven't bought that many.
The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
I'm not sure if you can ever notice too, like, I'm just barely paying attention to what I'm really doing here. And, like, with, increased that threat generation, so technically I'm supposed to be aggroing more. And look how much I'm tanking.
The troop
My problem is that I
transports
can
from the
tank
starbase are moving
decently
toward the
well,
planet.
I just don't have a lot of firepower. Oh, I strayed too far. No! There, be free!
The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet. The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
To a degree, I can understand that.
A Herald Dreadnought has entered the system. The remain...
Alright, where do they go? Oh, I'm right next to where they're supposed to spawn. There they are.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Herald ships are attacking the starbase.
Target shields
Whoa. Oop, need to get a bit faster here. I should probably also turn off my threatening stance.
Target shield has failed.
Oh, Lord have mercy, I just turned it on because it wasn't on when I thought it actually was.
Target shield has failed.
And let's go ahead and pull in all your energy. And do that now. Oh, hey, 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 give me my stuff back. Oh, I don't know which one you're referring to specifically. Again, I'm running an upgraded Odyssey. Noise. All right.
Right shield's failing.
Woo!
Our troops have landed. We will fight for Kronos, thanks to your assistance, Kapla!
All right. Now we're gonna leave here and we're gonna go to the Dyson Sphere. Oh wait, no. First we're gonna do this stupid thing. Play some Dabo.
Spin the wheel and win.
And just randomly bet because I still don't know how Dabo works and don't care to learn. I have the credits. I'll spend 1,000 apiece. I just need to win 1,000 Latin and back. I only won 100, but okay. On to the next. I'm very bad at betting, so I'm going to leave it the same. But once I just want to clear this stupid thing out. Oh no, it gave me...
Your luck has to change sometime.
As long as this thing says 200, that's all I care about. Ooh, nice. That got me to 650. I put in another, added one more 0 because that should make things go a lot faster.
Hey, that's a great uniform.
Oh, yeah, I got that achievement or that endeavor done. Ooh, nice. Oh, I have a perk point. Energy, projectile, critical severity.
Dabo with Lita is a licensed product of Borg Enterprises.
Oh, take a pick, Doc. Who should we do? Energy weapon or projectile weapon? I'm thinking energy. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I wanted to do, I kind of want to do some critical severity, but I have enough of that for right now at least. Nice. I need to get more perk points. I need to start playing again. If I had someone, like, if I honestly, if I had someone to play with, or at least constant interaction like we're having now, like I could keep playing. Normally, not gonna lie, on other streams where it's just me, it only lasts about an hour at most, hour and a half if I'm lucky. But now that I've had the interaction with you, why am I able to be around even longer? That's fair. Although it was nice too is with the torpedo that I have two torpedoes. One is the antimatter torpedo, which I don't know if it acts as an energy weapon or as a torpedo or both. I think it's a little bit of both. And then on top of that, I have the special quantum torpedo launcher from the Sovereign. So it's a wide angle. It's a 50 or 180-degree arc on the torpedo. It's amazing. Well, I use my aft weapon. Actually, put it right to ally space, can't I? Yes, I can. Excellent. Okay. Go that way. I remember when they launched this area too. I will show it to you in just a second. Let me recalibrate my route. There we go. It's this one right here. It is the crystalline energy torpedo launcher. Right now, it's only available through the Phoenix prize pack, to my knowledge. But it's the only antimatter torpedo, or anti-proton rather, torpedo that exists. And so with having all the anti-proton weapons here, my boosts down here, all three of these boosts are boosting that torpedo too, to my knowledge. And then this one is my this wide angle quantum torpedo launcher is the one I have in the rear, along with these three omnidirectionals that are all anti-proton as well. All right, let's go kill some Voth. All right, they should be at the Allied Tower, ironically. It's this one right here. That's what I thought. But I remember it was weird, and I thought it was weird in other ways too.
Target's shields have failed.
Yeah, it's a really nice torpedo, especially because of the boost. It's only disappointing you can only have one per fucking ship. No, 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 die! Yeah, I'm not gonna kill it fast enough.
Target's shields have failed. Shields failing.
That's possible, but this one isn't exactly a lottery weapon. I'll see if I can buy a prize pack or the Phoenix pack and show you what I mean if you don't know what it is off the top of your head. Oh shit! That's hilarious. I deployed my satellite just for it to get instantly yeeted out of the sky. Ah, you're actually doing more damage than I want you to. Oh, and as a note, remember we were talking about earlier about spacebar. This is my tray. I have my tray 7 as my very top row here. You can see everything auto firing. That's fair. They're not really. They're different kinds of a different kind of mark pack. Because I think you're thinking of like the reputation of the Omegas and stuff like that. The Phoenix one is. It used to be a limited time thing, but now it's been a constant. Come on. There it is. As I was saying, it used to be a limited time pack, but it's just become a constant thing, which in and of itself isn't a bad thing. Are you just leaving? We're just leaving even though we haven't technically gotten the stupid point yet, you bastard. Now it's ours, but I'm still gonna stay here. At least get it up a bit. Da, 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 da. Next, we're gonna head over to the industrial tower. This one right there. That'd be more or less a straight shot now. There we go. Oh, I see it. It's right there. Oh, something cool. I don't know. I don't think I've ever really put it there. I should actually put a picture up. I have. I was thinking about again how I got the 3D printed model, which is cheap. Unfortunately, not as high quality as I wished it was, but it's still a cool thing to have my customized STO ship like with the same coloring and everything. That's cool to have. But I also have the Eagle Moss, the official Eagle Moss ones for a lot of the other regular ships.
Ship is under attack.
And I have a pretty sizable collection there. It's really nice. Damn it. How's it gonna go to waste? Of 30, we're just shy of halfway there. There are enough players here that I'm going to move on to the next, which would be Wasteland Tower, it looks like. Well, there's a chance by the time I get there, it's going to be taken care of. Yep, that's a cruiser I can attack.
Ship is under attack. Target shield failed.
No, you don't get to repair it. That's 18 out of 30. There you go, now we're back on course. Yeah, when you know how to build a science ship, those things can be fucking deadly. That was the biggest problem that I had starting out as a science officer. I didn't understand what they were for. And so I was trying to basically build a science officer as... I tried building him more as a tactical officer, really. So that character just never really went anywhere. At the point where he's so broken and just not what I want to do, I don't touch him anymore. I just have him for nostalgia's sake at this point, really. And I remember when I made this character, I ended up going for an engineer. Although I actually want to do another tactical build, but still keep my mostly engineering ships. Because I want to have the survivability of the engineering of the cruisers, but the firepower of tactical, at least more so. Because it's great that I can survive and everything, but it doesn't. It's less impressive when I'm dealing out really weak numbers. All right, where was I going? Right that way. It could be because I was part of the whole thing. I know the next one that they did, though, they buffed the hell out of the Zenkethi. They had just shields up the ass, it felt like. But once you got through their shields, they were relatively weak. Slow down just a little bit. Where'd all my engine power go? There we go. Well, I had 4 more ships, 3 more ships, 2. Ah, damn it. One more ship and I get my bonus. Yeah, no, and that's fine. I especially imagine in your case, you probably play a lot more MMOs than I have, so you probably have your MMO preference in general. Because for MMOs go, this is technically the only one I really ever seriously played. There's another one I want to get into, especially considering I dropped a good 120 bucks on it. It's called Dual Universe. It's hard to say for sure if that's the case or not. I might, but I don't think so. My big thing with the engineering ships too is I like their health. Again, I like the tanky aspect of them. But my problem as a tank is I can survive, I just can't do much damage, and that's something I need to fix. Like, I don't expect to be throwing out massive ass, burst shots the way that like you saw Ketsu doing there, but still, half of that at regular damage would be appreciated. There we go. Nice, I've done all my endeavors for the day. But I'm even kind of going with Risk of Rain. It's actually something I'm trying to work on Loader now, because Loader is a bit more of a tanky character. And I tend to need the tanky characters just for the fucking health. It's because I have an engineering, because I have the fucking Odyssey that has probably one of, if not the highest fucking hull stats, is part of why I do so well. All right. Let's see, what kind of missions do we want to do next? Well, let's go to the Delta Quadrant. I haven't been there in a little while. I wish they'd expanded a bit more. I don't think they ever will, but I do wish they would. I'm also very disappointed that they specifically have the Vaadwaur sector, but you don't have the Vaadwaur themselves. I don't know that icon. I must investigate that icon. I am confused by these icons. Do those just mean that they're the patrollable sectors? No. And actually, we're going to take a little break here. And I'll be back in just a few moments while we do some auto-traveling. Hope you stick around. Thank you for being here in the first place. See you in about 2 minutes at most. Back in a sec. All right, told you I would be right back. Okay, so the answer is, I guess it's a patrol. Let's see what this patrol is. I don't know what it is anymore.
Good to see you. Let's get to work. The Malon once used this system. We've learned they plan to We will counterattack. We want to locate one of...
Oh, okay, it got one of those big markers on it, so it makes. Wait a few. Final Fantasy 14. I could not understand that. I'm not as basically unless it's something that you like, that's something that you're gonna really just kind of go into and then get really quickly burned by. If you're really into it, then that can sustain it longer. But no, I know what you mean. Ironically, I have a very similar thing with games in general.
Coming here was foolish. Now suffer the fate of all fools.
I remember these guys used to be a threat. Now they're only a threat if you're not
ship is
careful.
disabled. Time to acquire their data. We have the data. And company. And company.
Whoa! They caught me in something. Ow!
Target shields have failed.
Come on, die. Which makes sense, because then at that point you never burned them out. At least not to the same degree. But I was trying to say, I'm gonna like that with games in general. The last game I played I've fully completed, which doesn't necessarily mean 100%ing it or anything, but like I actually went through the full story and everything. Minus the fact that I'm still in the middle of the boss battle, but I'm at the final boss battle, is Ratchet and Clank, the 2016 PS4 remake.
The legendary Vaadwaur paranoia. We should expect heightened resistance as we move forward. Initial analysis of the data.
That too. But what was that? Yeah. So yeah, the most recent one is Ratchet and Clank, which I just I am still working on the boss battle here. I was either going to be STO or that tonight if I streamed anything. And then before that was the 2018 remake of Spider-Man, which I finished. I didn't play it quite as much because it was only
You're not leaving here alive.
at the time it was the only PlayStation game I cared for. Other one I have a few others. They're the only one I really cared for at the time.
Let's see what's in this ship's database.
And then now again, Ratchet and Clank was free, so I figured, you know what?
Another successful day.
I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Our fish has swum through many waters indeed. I think we have something here.
STO and Burst is definitely the same thing for me. Just because I had to be in the right mood for it. One of the handful of games you'll never see me stream that I actually play, that I do play a lot of, is City Skylines. It's one of those, I play it, but I'm not interesting. So I'll never stream that, most likely. Oh shit. Shit doing a lot to me here. Why are they doing so much to me?
This should be the last ship we need to scan.
The other one is Command and Conquer because I'm just garbage at it, especially when the only person I generally play with is Ketsu, who I forget which one it was, but I think it was Red Alert 2. He used to play like in tournaments and would. I don't think he consistently won, but he was definitely consistently good. So with me being up against him, it's very hard for me to do much. Although to his credit, like for the times that we play, what's funny about that is, unless I like completely piss him off.
Don't tolerate your kind. You pay for being here with your life.
Unless I really piss him off right away, he'll just basically focus on base building and like send an expeditionary force now and then to try and get me. Let's see. What's next?
It appears the Vaadwaur aren't amused by our angling efforts. We may be wearing out our welcome here. I'm afraid not. This vessel was assigned a patrol in another sector, and came in response to a distress beacon from earlier. It hasn't been to either of the systems we're looking at as a potential base location. It's risky, but I'm willing to cast my line one more time. Will you join me?
No, I don't want to join you. Bye.
There's no time for formalities. A large Vaadwaur strike force is en route to this position at high warp. I doubt they're coming to exchange pleasantries. Expecting. We'll continue this conversation soon. For the moment, I suggest you prepare for the fight of your life.
Your time has passed. The Delta Quadrant is ours.
Woo. I almost forgot about her because you don't see her in any of the new stories, really. One thing I kind of like is what STO did with the Vaadwaur to a degree. I mean, I adding them into the Iconian arc is iffy, but with how they did it, I do like it in the end. They're a completely unexpected force that presents a really good mystery as to how the hell they get all this power after so relatively few number of years.
Only a few Vaadwaur remain. Let's do what must be done here.
Damn it. go at me. There we go. Out the artillery. Do it. Come on, that should do it. Down.
Now then, let's discuss what's going on here. Judging by the company you're keeping, I'd guess it involves some unorthodox operations. What mischief has Sub-Commander Sahen dragged you into? And how can I extract you from it?
Ah, Commander Jirok. So glad you could join our little fishing trip today. Our mischief is an operation aimed at discovering the location of a hidden Vaadwaur base. We were hoping to glean that data from one of the Vaadwaur ships we lured here. But, as you can see, they were quite indisposed. Permanently so, in point of fact.
I see. Vaadwaur activity in this region is a growing concern. Finding this base is a worthy objective. How can I be of assistance? Very well. We'll set course for the first location on your list.
Don't mind Commander Jirok. She and I have a personal disagreement from another lifetime. Not the cleanest ending to this operation, but Jirok can see what the Vaadwaur are up to in one system, while I take a look at the other.
Correct. Yeah, they were cryostasis until the Voyager episode. Crap, I forget the name of the episode now, actually. They were only in one episode. They were just a villain of the week kind of thing. And what happened was Voyager gets thrown into some weird subspace tunnels, essentially, and they get attacked by the race that claims to own them, called the Teray, and they're forced to land on a planet because the Teray did enough damage to Voyager, and they needed an emergency landing. As part of emergency landing, when they're doing their scanning, they realize that there's a very faint life signs under the surface, so they go to investigate, and 7 of 9, arguably stupidly, revives one of them. Ironically, ends up being the leader, and they start bringing him out of stasis to fight the Teray, who are circling overhead. And then, as part of this, they realize the Teray's real objective is to steal Voyager and basically reclaim the territory they used to own, because they were about 1,000 years old, give or take, and they used to own that. They used to have conquered that particular space because they used the underspace tunnels, as they were referred to get places really quickly.
Yes. Well, I'll take all the luck I can get.
But then, yes, Iconian art comes around, and here they are with all this fucking firepower, even though their technology is essentially 1,000 years old. And so it doesn't make any sense. And then the reasoning that they end up giving for it is interesting, to say the least. Gamma when it's done. Select it. Yes, but in Voyager's defense, they had no reason, they had no way to know that because the Terrae didn't say anything about them. Nobody said anything about them because they were so old and they were thought to be a myth. Neelix recognizes their name from the what's referred to as the Old Tongue for Talaxians, where it means foolish. The Vaadwaur make mention of the Borg, and how the Borg had only conquered a few worlds during their time. They were impressed actually by how much the Borg had expanded in centuries. And what bothers me, at least to a degree, in the episode is the way that the episode starts doesn't really make sense. Voyager kind of just gets thrown into one of these things as a random accident, which is understandable. That kind of shit happens. And then the Terrae get all super pissy about it, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna board you and erase the data." Like, no. So Janeway, so to a degree, understandably, he's like, "I'm not letting you board me for that. No." And so they put up their fight. That's when they land, and Janeway even tells Seven, or even asks Seven, "Why did you do that?" Because Janeway actually didn't support it, and Seven just kind of does it. And then at first, as all good manipulators do, they manipulate the crew to make them think that they're friendly, even though a handful of them have concerns. One of which being Neelix, actually, who then starts doing some research and starts realizing, oh shit, this is probably not. And then a few other people do some digging and they all realize, oh no. And yeah, that's how that episode goes. Still a fun episode. Oh no, did I glitch? Yeah, which is kind of nice about this particular arc, is that this arc kind of addresses some of them. So, I glitched. Do you happen to know what this glitch is? Whoa, okay. It reset me. That's useful. So that glitch, it happens now and then if you start a mission way too close to the in-game star models, like I did. Basically, and what happens is actually at that point I was technically inside the object, or at least I was inside the essentially hitbox for it, and I couldn't get out. Wait, oh, that's new, and I like that that's there. So all the patrol missions have a little icon next to them now. That's extremely useful to know what you can actually do a patrol and what you can't. Alright, let's see something here. Well, we've been going for just about 3 hours here. I think I'll do one more patrol, and that'll probably be it for tonight. It's because it's one of the things too. It's so rare. It's only happened to me a couple times, and only when I'm like stupidly close to the star. The only thing that really bothers me the most about these is the way that the auto travel works now. It's been like this since one of the times when they updated the map. I don't remember if it was when they combined the map. I think that's when all this shit started happening, where like the planets and everything just don't line up anymore, and it's just a bitch to get where you were sometimes. But anyway, let's go do this patrol here and. That's getting far. Let's go at Slipstream. I remember when Slipstream used to be a big thing too. Actually, more accurately, it was more useless because you would overdo it. That was one of the nice things about when they did update the map and they combined it. Basically none of them. Very, very few of them, if any. That's something that they never fixed. But they also never really had a reason to. Oh no, I completely overshot. I was going to try to go for the glitch again. Alright, we're just going to move it nice and... There we go. We're inside, or we're hitting the hitbox. Camera does weird things. It hasn't been that bad. I remember when it happened to me, I'm pretty sure all it took was I'm pretty sure all it took was logging out of the account, logging back in, and that readjusted it enough. All right, let's see if we can do this again. Probably not. Wait. Oh no, I'm on the wrong side to do the mission. I have to go to the other side of the fucking star. Is that a Voyager? It is a Voyager. No, it's not. It was the first ship I think I bought. The Avenger class. Well, at that point, at least it was only a week. Which, ironically, if you didn't know, STO is still pumping out weekly updates. Well, not really events anymore. Not weekly. But they're doing there are weekly patches. All right, let's see if we get stuck. Come back out.
Wonderful! Someone actually heard the distress call. Thank you for coming to help us. Our convoy has a shipment of defense
Vaadwaur.
now. I was surprised myself, to be honest. Things were going well until Captain Felis mentioned that Vaadwaur was a Talaxalsay word for foolish, and wondered why we would need their help.
That's what I was referring to. That's actually what Neelix remembered. Yeah, that's definitely not a thing anymore. I don't even have the calendar anymore today. Like they still have like these kind of events, but those are different. And they do have the first contact day event going on right now. But I didn't know these were a thing. I thought these were gone. Clearly I was wrong. But here are and we return to the statement of PvP is dead in STO. And what might be interesting is if you could get a big enough fleet together, like a fleet event essentially, and start one of these. Even then, I know I would fucking die.
You're telling me the Vaadwaur scout was furious. He promised he... Well, there's not enough time. We've already detected Vaadwaur warp signatures on... Excellent. Now, because they were packed for storage, the satellites will take a little time to set up and deploy. But I think it's worth the risk. Are you ready to start?
Nope.
We've marked good locations for you to deploy defense satellites.
No. That was close.
Defense satellites have been hot commodities as of late.
Wonder why.
Between the Borg, Species 8472, the Voth, and the Vaadwaur, one can never be too safe.
That's unfortunate. For me, it was just the fact that I wasn't enjoying playing anymore. I didn't have anyone to play with either, so that didn't help.
Look out! It's a Vaadwaur patrol!
Warning. Ship is under attack. Shield has failed.
Let me go, you fuckers.
They'll be here any second!
Yeah. Keep your head.
Another Vaadwaur patrol! We must have made them angry. Angrier! Uh-oh.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
The Vaadwaur are arriving!
Oh, it's nice of them to wait until all my satellites are out, isn't it?
Target shield has failed.
I forgot that they have a lot of status effects. Come on. Nice.
More Vaadwaur warping in!
A mine, but I read that as anime and I was really confused.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
And I've never done mines either. They're just not my playstyle. But like I said earlier too, if me playing it makes you want to play again, maybe something we can do more regularly.
Another group of Vaadwaur. Hopefully these are the last of them.
This way, but yes, it did. Sweet. I wasn't sure if it would or not. I love how I'm just over here, like, just shooting everybody and coming out, you know, relatively unscathed. It's amazing. My plot armor is extremely thick. One might say it's unnatural. I'm about to say supernatural, but that didn't quite work. Oh, you do you, I understand. What's been nice for me is, for getting out a bit of a rut, was like the fact that Ratchet and Clank was free, and
I think we're going to make it.
I only knew of it by name. I didn't really know what kind of genre it qualified under. I just knew the name Ratchet and Clank and thought it was free, and went, you know what? Fuck it, it's free. I have almost nothing to lose except time. You never know. I end up enjoying it. I actually want to find some more of the Ratchet and Clank games.
Thank you for deploying the...
Somewhere. Come on. But and even though those times, of course, as you've noticed, for God, what have you done? You've joined us in Deep Rock. What else did you join us in? Cross Out. I think you have at least from, I know for me, you have a pretty open invite. If I'm in the mood to play something with somebody, and you're wanting to play it, always welcome to ask. I do recommend asking over Discord though, instead of putting it in chat. But that's just a small quirk. And I'm pretty sure that same invite's open to just about everybody. But we'll see how everything goes, of course. That's something I need to do real quick. Oh, that's unfortunate. They hit the. That's not what I wanted. That works though. Yeah, no, I understand that. You know, get those points. STO was definitely the biggest one for me. That kind of made me have to find other things. Another game I'll probably never stream because I'm not good at it, and I don't play it as much as I should. Well, I was gonna say should, but as much as I could, is Civ. I have both Civ 5 and Civ 6, up to Gathering Storm. And then again, City Skylines. There's a single player game called Rebel Galaxy that I'll play here and there. It's just gotten too grindy, so I don't really want to do it. I don't really like grinding. Another reason why STO really lost me. But Ratchet and Clank was really fun because of something, well, it was pretty new. And at this point, I'm 3 of 3 for Insomniac games, so I'm pretty sure I'm an Insomniac fan at this point. Probably maybe tomorrow or sometime soon, I'll be doing the final boss for the remake, and then again hopefully finding some other games to play. Depending on what's available on the PS4, I don't know what is and isn't. And then after that, my start menu here. Rocket League is one I'll play here and there, but that's just more of a I can play it whenever kind of thing. I don't have to stream it, which is nice. GTA 5, I need people to play with. I'm not good and I can't stay very interested on it. I tried Stellaris once, looked at the first like system it tells you to look at, and I went, oh my god, this is way too much, and have never touched it since. Which is unfortunate, something I probably should do at some point. But even Civ is not very complex anymore. I know it's what started a lot of the 4X stuff, kind of defined the genre, but it's not Big Daddy 4X anymore. Still respected entry, of course, but it's nowhere near as complex as Stellaris, and I still think Civ 6 is a bit overcomplicated for me. Sea of Thieves is another game I have to be in like a really specific mood to play. Deep Rock I have to have people with, I'm not solo. And tabletop sim, something we need to find things to play. Or we need to find games to play with tabletop sim. As a completely unrelated note, just more something to make people laugh, hopefully. But the background noise you can kind of hear from the ship. I work at a call center, and I am reusing one of my old wireless headsets. That's fair. It's just one of those. I know I mentioned the void before that we should probably do it at some point, but we haven't really found thing or haven't really looked to what we would want to do. I'm perfectly low game for just a fucking Monopoly night again. That was actually kind of fun. Me, X-Order, and Aincrad did one at one point. I personally would love to do Joking Hazard or Cards Against Humanity. But the only other one who would play either one of those, well, Void won't play either one, and neither will Ketsu. So I kind of limit the pool of people there. And yeah. Well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to my end screen here, but we're not going to end yet. But there it is. Down a bit more. There we go. For Ketsu, he just doesn't really like card game. For Void, as he's played out, which is sad. I never really got to play. I would love to play more. Yeah. I think what else can I think of? I'm gonna have to find I need to find my outro file real quick and re-loop it slightly. Actually, no, I'll just loop it. There we go. Yep, I'm guessing it had to start because I changed an option on. Yep, there it is. Oh, something I thought about too that's more of a fun fact at this point. I'm getting a redesigned avatar here, hopefully soon. That process has been ongoing for about a month, and eventually we'll get it done. We're doing pretty good on it so far. And yeah, now, fun question. Who do we go raid? Because I have nobody to go raid. Let's see. Oh, we got a few people here who are playing Star Trek Online. Ooh, somebody playing Star Trek Bridge Commander. We might just do this guy because he doesn't have any raider, he doesn't have anybody there, so it'd be nice to give him some people. And yeah. Let's see what we got. Oh no! He's offline, never mind. Let's see. Let's raid a casual gamer. What's he doing? Is he playing Klingon? No, just a very different interface. And he's only a captain. Cool. I'm okay with this. Let's go raid. Nope. Again, thank you for watching, everybody. Doc, thanks for sticking around and for the conversation. And let's go fill a commitment to void to pass on to the chat here. We've got looking at 6 people. So let's go and get this raid started. Thank you again for watching. I'll be around for just a little bit in this this raid. I also need to do one other thing here. Now that I don't have to worry too much about things. Alright, let's get that raid going. Alright, that's the full lobby, more or less. Thanks for watching, let's move on.